Why cheat? Why do people cheat? The number one question I'm asked after somebody's been betrayed is why? Why haven't I good enough? What does the other person have that I don't have? Why didn't they just tell me that they weren't happy? Why? Like, what is going on here? And I'm going to tell you the number one reason why people cheat. Now, there's always the exception, like the narcissistic, egotistical person that, doesn't even think about the welfare of the relationship or the future, and they're just very selfish and into themselves. And then there's the people that are addicted. They're addicted to intimacy, and I'll just say the word intimacy because I might get flagged if I say S word. So, but they're addicted to S and the attention that it brings them. Again, very selfish minded, but sometimes actually can be a disorder, an addiction. But the number one reason why people tell me that they cheat and studies say is actually people are in a relationship where they are not feeling fulfilled. And so in a way to preserve themselves in the relationship, they seek affection outside of the relationship. So people will cheat to preserve the relationship that they're in, which is mind-boggling. But what they tell themselves is, I'm unhappy. My, partner isn't doing A, B, C, D, whatever it is. I'm feeling either taken for granted, taken advantage of, or unappreciated. But I don't want to disrupt my life or their life or the kids' lives or whatever it is. And so instead, I'm going to seek validation or completion or appreciation here. Now, that's why so many people, after they cheat, they say it didn't mean anything. Because to them, this person was a Band-Aid. This person was just a temporary fix. This person really didn't mean, what the relationship means to them. They actually feel their version of love for the spouse or the partner that they're with. And that's why they don't want to disrupt it. But there's something within them that is still empty. And so they're trying to get it filled. And so to them, they feel like this other person is just a fix for their void. And that's why so many people, when they get caught cheating, they beg for forgiveness and they really want to make it work because they really actually care about the person that they're with, but they just feel so empty. Women will tend to find friendship first outside of the relationship. Someone that understands them, someone that they can go to connect with, someone who validates the feeling of not feeling appreciated, and then that goes into something more. Whereas men will tend to go out of the relationship to feel validated, but they are looking for more of an intimate validation, physical affection. When it comes down to it, how they verbalize it, people usually say that they are trying to make the relationship work, so they seek the thing that's missing outside the relationship, but they actually want to stay within the relationship that they're in. What are the options? What are your options instead of, cheating? The first thing a therapist will say is communication, right? Talk to your partner. But that's already happened 10,000 times before somebody cheats. You try talking 1,000 times before you look outside of your relationship. Like you're not feeling heard or understood, or there's no change after your conversation. And so that's the key, is learning how to communicate in a way where you actually are heard and understood, where there's actually action steps taken afterwards. And how do you do that, right? And how do you do it and how do you do it if your partner isn't on board? So couples that come to me that, want to establish a proper plan of action to discuss their troubles or discuss their problems and find a way to move forward, that we have to start by understanding, your temperament, who you are, how you process, so that you can use the right words, the right terms in order to communicate so that you are understood. And that's what we do. That's what we work on, is understanding the terminologies and understanding how one of the processes so that you can rebuild that foundation and then the structure. So if you're interested in finding out what your temperament is so that you can start taking those steps to communicate in a way that you are heard and understood, there is a link below and we will see you in there.